Hello, hello. How is everyone tonight? It is time for the D&D PvP Monster Stat Block one-shot game. We'll find a way to make that a more succinct name eventually. Tonight, hey Seashells, how's it going? Tonight, your challengers are going to be GM Jordan and Super Mimic. And I see GM Jordan is here right now. Let's see how this goes. Jordan,
Hey, how's it going?
good. You ready to play some D&D?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm excited too. I hope this goes well. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and this should be a good time.
Yeah,
I'm very
I'm really
excited.
forward.
Sorry.
Well, I just said I'm really looking forward to it.
Me too. I'm going to put Papa Lycan in here as well. Thank you, Drive By. He is on his lunch break at work, and he is going to come in and kind of talk about Papa Lycan. How are you, sir?
I am doing just fine.
Hey, bud.
Good.
How's it going?
So, how has this been for you with seeing your creations, your misguided creations put to use in this way?
It's a dream come true, to be honest. Um, it's actually GM Jordan and Super Mimic were actually one of the first ones where I just kind of got started with my channel. It started off as just a fun thing that I was doing for the community, and there's actually been a tremendous amount of call out for people wanting to actually be able to use them and to utilize them. A couple of people have used them in their own private games, but to see something here on live on TikTok and in front of everybody, in front of the whole community, is just 9,000 IQ, sir.
Uh, Well, we're having a really good time doing this. So last week, if you missed it, we had Crafty and also DM Jambi on, and it was an amazing fight with a incredible upset at the end, which is ridiculous. And so I hope and I pray that we have just as an engaging battle today with maybe just as surprising of a victor. I put a poll on my Discord earlier today, just a few minutes ago, and Jordan, looks like you're the favorite to win by just a
Ooh.
little. Although
Taking
Let
bets
me
I
early.
did notice that
go vote
you voted for
for.
Super Mimic.
Yeah, let me go vote for Super Mimic because I think he's gonna win.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so good. This is going to be really good. And so we've officially hit 4 o'clock Mountain Time. So it's the beginning of the stream. And so let me explain to you guys a little bit how this works, as hopefully everyone can see here on the top of this, all the stuff up here, is we have boons tonight. And these boons basically allow you to donate gifts. You can do roses and all the other stuff. And as you donate, they can exchange those boons, those gold coins, into boons that'll help them during the game. And so they can be things like a luck point, healing 25% of their maximum, elemental resistance. So basically anything that a dragon can breathe, that's what they can do. A greater healing, 50% of their maximum, which costs 2 boons. Restore a spell slot, also 2 boons. And quicken spell casting, which will let you cast a bonus action spell and a regular action spell in the
Whoa!
same turn. Yes, exactly.
Oh,
And then also you can donate to me to get a monster drop on our battlefield, which is kind of fun as well. We haven't done that yet.
oh wow.
So the way that you donate, and people are already donating, is you just click on the person's face, and you'll have that whole thing set up there. Poppy, I see that Super Mimic is in the chat now, and I can only have 2 on right now, apparently. So if you have any final thoughts, I'm going to have you jump off, but give us the final kind of thought before we get into the game.
Final thought. Good luck. The victory will go to probably the person who can use their spells most creatively and most effectively. And if anybody else watching this they want to go and view all of my monster stat blocks, they're now starting to be put onto playlists onto my YouTube channel. So if you want to look at the information specifically of who these monsters are and what abilities they have, go onto my YouTube. They're on the playlists. I even put all of their @handles in the descriptions of the YouTube videos. So it's easy to find your favorite monsters right then and there. And obviously, we just had winners for the last contest, so that's an ever-expanding list. So good luck, you guys. I will peace out.
Right on. See you, man. All right. Let's get Super Mimic in here. Super Mimic, how are you, sir?
Hello.
How you doing tonight?
I am doing all right. I am ready to get my butt whooped by GM Jordan over here.
Stop it. I'm ready to get my butt whooped.
But this is probably the first game where both of our competitors just lay down in the grass and wait for death.
Fred, we'll just make an alliance with each other.
Yeah. Well, I mean, stranger things have happened, and there is a certain kind of logic to that. Absolutely. As stated before, guys, if you aren't following either of these creators, click on their face, and you can see their name in the little top corner, the thing that pops up. You can click that. It won't take you out of the stream, and you can follow them. That's also where you'll go to give donations. So these gold coins here get turned into the boons you see above me, hopefully. Let's do this. Let's give each player an introduction to be able to introduce themselves, and then also to introduce their characters. Then I will show you the map that we're using for reference, but we'll be playing as Theater of the Mind, and then we'll just get into it. So how about this, Jordan? You were here first, so let's have you go first and introduce yourself and introduce your character tonight, your monster tonight.
Sure. My name's Jordan. I'm GM Jordan here on TikTok. I talk about all things tabletop. I am playing the Welcomer, who is a small fae, spellcastery kind of fellow. Some fun. Like how much would you like me to say?
Just kind of like the general vibe of them, you know. Our CR tonight is pretty low, so it's part of the game tonight as well.
Yeah. So mostly a spellcaster. Some like at will spells, some 2 per day spells. So not a spellcaster in the spell slot sort of sense, but more in the oh gosh, I can't even. You can tell I don't make that much D&D content.
In the way of like innate spellcasting,
Yeah,
as opposed to the spellcasting levels.
In the innate spellcasting way.
Right
Got
on.
some cool damage resistances and immune to charm and all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, so you're just a happy-go-lucky kind of forest guy, just wants everyone to get along, and yet here you are.
Just a happy little forest fae.
Awesome. And Super Mimic, why don't you introduce yourself, what you create here on TikTok, and then also tell us a little bit about the monster you're playing tonight.
All right, awesome. Well, hello everybody. My name is Michael. I am Super Mimic here on TikTok. I like making just D&D content as well as a lot of DM tips and kind of rule stuff. So if you like 5e and you like playing, but you kind of want more content, check out my channel. I will be playing the Super Ultra Mimic tonight. They are pretty much in a very similar vibe, oddly enough, with Jordan's character, because they are basically a pile, rather than a chest. This mimic is a pile of presents that just kind of walks around. I was told that this was actually going to be a party here. My character didn't even know we were fighting. So my character has just come with a bunch of presents, which you will see will have effects. And yeah, they are spellcaster in the spell slot sense. So I think that will be interesting to see. And a lot of my stuff is based on charming people, so that will go great in this battle.
Which I did not do on purpose, I swear. So we're about to get into the action. I'm going to just show you a quick version of my giant face before I flip the camera around. Let's see here. Oh, it won't do it because I have the thing on. Okay. All right. Doesn't matter. We'll describe it. Theater of the mind all the way. Uh, so basically, our map tonight is a open field with, well, let's just say there's a couple of corpses already on the field and surrounded by, trees and some rocks and some icy puddles. And it's a pretty open battlefield tonight, giving everyone a chance to really stretch their legs and access to some nature magic they may or may not have. And it should be a good time. So let me let you guys know, chat one last time. If you want to give a boon to one of these players, a boon costs 200 coins. Each of our players are at 100 coins right now. They can pick from anything up here in this list. The asterisk means that they have to spend 2 boons to activate that boon. And the monster drop also is 200 coins as well. And so if you want to see, as someone said in the chat earlier, pure chaos, this is your chance to cause pure chaos. And we support that here, absolutely. Because we have a neutral we have a neutral a neutral medium monstrosity, a lawful good Fae, and a chaotic neutral DM. So, that's how it goes sometimes. But let's get into it. I am going to have our players roll for initiative just so we know what's going on. Let's do it.
All right.
Are we doing this in here on Roll20?
You may use your own dice, or you can do Roll20, whatever you want to know, but just say it out loud.
Rolled a D0.
I do not want to fight today. I got a 5.
5. Awesome. Okay.
And I got
start. An 11. Excellent. So our scene opens as the eyes of the super ultra mimic and the welcomer flutter open, and they're standing in a large field dominated on the outskirts by snowy conifers and withered white barked deciduous trees. Large stones pepper the outside. A few small ponds, really too small to be called lakes, also are on the field, covered in a thick layer of ice. The most interesting and unusual thing in the center of this area is what looks to be the corpse of a somewhat decayed giant of some sort lying in the middle. To the northwest, you can see another smaller figure also in a similar condition, perhaps the first victim of this giant before he too fell. As you look around to see your environment, to take it in, you see another character standing near one of those white barked trees, a figure in cloaks with glowing eyes and an open book, who says, "Welcome to the Eminent Grove. I am the Chaos Librarian. You have been brought here to compete for whose name shall be entered into the book of existence. Only one name can be entered, and this will be decided tonight. Do your best and do your worst. Begin." And that looks to me like the initiative goes to Jordan. Now, I'll also say, before you say what you want to do, I gave my players 1 round to prep anything they need to prep. Did you prep anything in that first initial round, Jordan?
So you said that we could potentially cast a spell, correct?
Absolutely. If you wanted to get a concentration or a long-lasting spell on board, you could absolutely do that.
I'm going to cast Call Lightning.
Mm-hmm. I thought you might. I have that spell right here on D&D Beyond. Excellent. So the storm clouds roll in overhead of the trees and the frosty grass, and there's lightning in the clouds, jumping from cumulonimbus to different clouds. What would you like to do in your turn, sir?
Yeah, so that is a 60-foot radius. And I'm gonna center it like in between, like as much. I guess I'll put, because how big is this? How big is this field?
This whole field is about 180 feet across, and it's a circle. Your opponent is about 90 feet away from you, and the
Okay.
giant corpse is in the 30 to 40 range. He's kind of sprawled out along a lot of different squares.
Okay, cool. Then I'm just gonna center it um on the super ultra mimic.
Excellent. Absolutely within range. And so that's just kind of like rolling clouds above him.
Yeah. And that, when I cast the spell, I can choose a point. A bolt of lightning flashes down from a cloud to that point. Each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a dexterity saving throw.
Right. So this would be what you're choosing to do on your first action of the actual combat. So there would be no chance for you to do damage in that preparatory round. That's meant to like cast spells, drink a potion, anything like that.
Perfect. Then that's exactly what I'm gonna do. That's all I can do.
So you're gonna toss a bolt of lightning at him.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is your actual first round. So you're gonna toss a bolt of lightning. So I need a dexterity saving throw from you, Super Mimic.
All right. And also just what I would have done in case this comes up on your turn, Jordan, I would have just casted mage armor on myself for that like prep round.
Excellent.
Oh, that's a 17 plus 1, 18.
Okay, that's probably going to save, right?
Yeah.
All right, so what's your damage,
9 damage is the total, so halved.
So 4 lightning damage to you, and I hope you guys are keeping track of your hit points because I am not.
Okay.
All right, do you want to move anywhere, Jordan?
Can I just like back up 10 feet?
Back up 10 feet? Yeah, absolutely. You just want to get further away from this Joker?
15 feet. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, so you're even further away, about 100 feet away now. Yeah, so that's your turn?
Indeed.
All right, Super Mimic, you're up.
Right. So let me just make sure I got the thing. Oh, I don't want to move myself. Gotta use the pointer. There we go. So he's about 100 feet from me, right?
Yep, 100 feet.
All right. I am going to start us off with, I'll just give you a nice friendly firebolt to start everything off. And so one of my, let's see if I hit first. Okay, that's cocked. Ooh, 18 plus numbers.
That's gonna hit.
Okay. 2d10, so 14 fire.
Okay. Ow!
And with that, one of the little like presents that I have on like my form kind of opens up, and a small little dragon pops its head out and just shoots a bolt of fire at you.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that so much. Do you want to do bonus action or move for you, Super Mimic?
I'm going to move just, I guess, let me see what. Yeah, I'll definitely going to be moving about like my 30-foot movement speed generally. Right there. Let me just move my character.
Yep. And so for the chat, we're using Roll20 just for reference, but we're going to do our very best to describe things out loud. Also, at 200 coins, your favorite monster and player can exchange them for a boon. So if you've got some coins to give out, this is your chance to do it. We can see the totals right here, and 200 coins for me also gives you a monster drop, which I guarantee will make things way more difficult. Okay, Jordan, both of you guys officially have boons now that you can spend. So just as a reminder, a luck point, you can heal 25% of your max, so that makes it nice and even for each different hit point levels. You can get resistance to one of the main elemental damages, and then these are still out of your reach right now at 400. So
Yeah.
there you go.
So yeah, I moved just 30 feet, just kind of dashing towards Jordan, and then I use a bonus action to have one of my little presents wave at you.
All right,
Um,
Jordan, you're up.
legendary action.
You do
Um,
have legendary actions. Interesting.
and cast Moonbeam, which
Actually,
I can
I'm
do
going
without concentration. It doesn't require It normally does. This version doesn't require.
I'm gonna have one of my little presents open up, and a little finger waves at you and goes, no, 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 and I cast counter spell.
All right.
Awesome. And I don't think there's a roll for that because Moonbeam is a second level spell. So the little like pseudo dragon that pops out of his shoulder box is just like and shuts it down.
That's
Just
the
and
cutest.
there's an, and
I
then from
love it.
another box it just barely opens. It's like wah 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 and closes back again. Jordan, your turn. What would you like to do?
Can I? So he is still within my 60 feet of call lightning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Is this a 60 feet radius or diameter?
It's a 60-foot radius.
Radius. Okay, so yeah, he's still got about another good 30 feet till he's out of that wigwam.
Okay.
So yeah, go for it.
So I'm gonna hit him again. I can just keep hitting him with it, right? I can use my action. Yeah, so I'm just gonna use my
Yes.
action for that.
Great. So
That's
make a
a
dexterity
dex.
saving throw for me. Yep.
11 plus 1, that's a 12. I don't think so.
It does not. Nope. So it's 10 lightning damage.
Some of my presents pop.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, I feel bad. I am going to also move. I'm going to move, yeah, like, how do you make the arrow? I'm sorry. The pointer arrow.
It's the fourth one down. It looks like kind of like a circle with like a power button
Okay.
to measure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only concentration spell right now is Call Lightning, and you're right. When Jordan took damage,
Oh,
he should have
yeah,
made
I
a
should have.
concentration
You're
check. Thank
absolutely
you. So
I'm
we're not going to retcon the previous bolt, but we will do it for now. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw,
Yeah.
please?
Absolutely.
And I think it's going to be a 10, so because that wasn't the firebolt wasn't that much.
Yeah,
The firebolt was 14, right?
it was
It was
14.
like 14, yeah. Yeah, so if half is less than 10, it's just 10, right?
I fail. Called lightning falls. I rolled a 9.
You rolled less than 10? Wow.
That might be-
Wow.
Yeah.
Did
Good
you add
call.
the plus 1 to your Constitution?
Yep. I rolled an 8 plus 1.
Wow. Chat, you can change the battle in more ways than one. Wow. So that last
Yeah.
Call Lightning is the last
Does
hit
not-
we'll say, because we're not going to retcon that. And
okay.
the storm clouds like quiet down and recede, pulling back, showing just a patch of gray sky. And Welcomer, your Call Lightning is gone.
Yeah. Oh well. What's the range on Firebolt again?
120.
Oh, okay. So there's no way I can avoid it. I'm gonna run
Not
30.
not just through running, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna run 30 feet towards the super ultra mimic.
20 feet towards them? Nice.
30 feet. I believe is my movement.
Okay, so you want to, oops. So you want to just like charge him basically?
Absolutely.
Okay, so do you want to do this so you still get good vision on him, or do you want to kind of like skirt around the giant corpse?
Let's skirt around the giant corpse so that it's a little bit harder.
Yeah, sounds good. All right. Yeah. So he's this small little creature's hiding behind the giant corpse a little bit, still about 15 feet away from the corpse itself. And your action was the call lightning. You move anything for a bonus.
I have no bonus actions. I'm good.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Then back to Super Mimic. It's your turn. The clouds have quieted down, and I don't think that you can Oh, yeah, you can still just barely see them over the giant corpse's
Yep.
leg. I would say he has half cover right now, by the way, which is going to give him a +2 to AC and Dex saves
Okay, that makes sense.
because of his small stature.
I am going to. I think this is the time to do it. So I'm gonna have 3 little tiny boxes. Pew pew pew. Open up, and I'm attacking you with magic missile.
Oof.
Nice. Roll that damage for us.
It's a 5, 4, and 3. 5, 4, 3. 12.
Sounds right. 12 points of force damage.
Oof.
And then I am going to. I'm going to use my bonus action before my movement this time and go, ha ha. And then I am going to. I'm just. I think your character is intimidating me a little bit, Jordan. I'm going to go away from them, actually. So yeah, I'm just essentially just running away. Yeah. Perfect.
Just straight back,
Actually,
or
I'm gonna do a little bit of basically like a diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, yeah, right there.
excellent. Yeah. So he's a little bit further away. So now Jordan Super Mimic is about 60 feet from you, but you do have a clear line of sight despite the corpse of the giant there. What would you like to do? Yeah.
Legendary actions reset every round?
Every time.
They do.
Every
Okay.
time.
Then I'm going to use Moonbeam.
So what's interesting is that, and Papa Lycan can message me on Discord if he's still here. So you've got a legendary action that lets you cast a long-acting concentration spell
Concentration
without
free.
concentration.
Yeah.
Right. So what I'm going to rule, and you guys tell me if you're okay with this, I'm going to rule that it lasts for that round that you cast it.
Oh,
That's why it
fine.
doesn't require concentration, because it's just an ongoing thing. Does that sound fair to you guys?
That seems fair to me. If you're cool with that, Michael.
If you want to keep casting a bunch of moonbeams, I don't mind. So it's whatever y'all want to do.
It's just a shame that he used a counter spell on it. So I'm all okay. But yeah, go ahead and cast cast that moonbeam.
I'm just eating up counter spells at this time or at this point. So I guess I'll use that Moonbeam again.
Counter spell.
All right, great.
Counter spell again. I kind of assumed that was going to happen, but my other legendary action is a melee attack, and you're not close to me, so that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, weird. All right, cool. All right, so Jordan, the welcomer, you're up. What would you like to do?
Question for you.
Yes.
Does using a boon use your action?
No, you can just do it. It's
Okay.
a free action.
Cool. I am going to use the healing boon.
Great. Okay.
To get back 25 of my max health.
Right. And so for you, that's going to give you, I'll round up 15 points of healing.
Thank you for helping me with that, because it was going to be...
I got you. Math is hard. And welcomer, you see off in the corner of your vision the Chaos Librarian wave his hand as a reaction, and you gain back 15 hit points.
Awesome.
Nice.
I am
so Jordan has used up his only his only boon. Super Mimic, you have like 1.5 boons. If people can get you up to 400, you'll have 2 boons. Jordan, what would you like to do?
Can I? Man, this is rough. This is rough, y'all.
It's hard.
This is hard. And he's used up his counterspell too.
2 of them at least.
Well, but his reaction this turn.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
I am going to cast Conjure Animals.
You lunatic. All right. What are you conjuring, Jordan?
Can I do? Would you be horribly bothered if I chose 4 beasts of challenge? Or no, let's do the 2 beasts.
Sure. Whatever you want to do, Jordan. That's fine.
Yeah. Let's do the 2.
You gave me the heads up that this might happen. I've steeled myself.
Yeah, let's do the 2 beasts. I
Are
have
we
to
doing
use
wolves?
the counter spell like while the reaction's down.
Yeah. What are we summoning?
I'm so sorry. Can I do 2 brown bears?
2 brown bears? Yeah, we can do that. Brown bear, brown bear. What do you see? Let's do that. I'm pulling them up real quick.
Brown bears better or dire wolves better?
It's up to you, sir.
Let's do bears. I already said bears, so let's stick with my initial thought.
The bears. Yeah, for those of you just joining us, this is a PvP one-shot for D&D, and they're playing live here on Twitch, and they're using the monsters that were created for them, inspired by them, by Papa Lycan. We have a druidic small fae called the Welcomer, and the Mimic of Mimics, run by Super Mimic. So yeah, so now we have 2 bears appear right next to you, ready to rock and roll.
So they can actually be. Can I have them be 60 feet towards? Because it's got a range of 60 feet.
It absolutely does. You could actually put them right next to him.
That's exactly what I would like to do.
I figured you might. So Super Mimic, you see 2 bears on either side of you. If we were to put this in, I don't know, tactical terminology, I would say flanking you. On either side, suddenly and magically appear. Yeah.
Would you surmise that they're, I don't know, starting their turn within 10 feet of me?
I absolutely would say they are starting their turn because they roll initiative when they appear. So their turn, yeah. So Jordan, can you roll that moonbeam damage, please?
Oh, it's
no, not
damage.
It's not that it's moon. There's no moonbeam up. It's because
oh, that's right. It was canceled.
Yeah.
It's my intoxicating charm. Any creature it doesn't work on Jordan because they're immune to charmed, but
Right.
Any creature who's within 10 feet of me has to roll that saving throw to be charmed.
It does. So, and this is going to be a DC 13 Wisdom save. Their Wisdom is +1, surprisingly.
Oh, let me do that 1 second.
Oh my gosh.
1. The first one fails hard. And the second one also fails.
Okay, so allow me to rephrase my statement. Super Mimic, you have 2 bears next to you, and they're basically yours. One of them gives you a little like nudge on the hand. The other one like sniffs one of the boxes that goes, backs away, and then looks up at you expectantly. Yeah, so you're in control of these bears, and
the charm effect do.
So do you want to read that for us?
So generally, it would just be the charm effect. So which means like they can't attack me or anything. But I feel like the fairest thing, at least in my opinion, is that they can attack me, but like also I can't use them against Jordan because they're still they're friends with us both, I feel like.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. And also there's a range of effect on that super mimic. So kind of be aware of that as you move around.
Yeah.
Like make these bears and all of a sudden they like aren't attacking you. And I'm
Yeah, they're on. Yeah,
very
and you're allowed to verbally command them, and they're just like, no.
and can I with my movement dive underneath the giant?
Yeah, you just want to get in the armpit region?
Yeah. Like really
Yeah,
jam myself in there as much as possible.
yeah, I like that. All right, cool. I'm gonna push a button. I hope it doesn't do anything bad. I'm looking to see if I
Okay.
got enough for a monster drop. I think I have. I'll do that here in just a second.
Oh my
Super
god.
Mimic, you have 2 boons you can purchase right now, and Jordan, you're also up to where you have another boon again. But I believe it is Super Mimic's turn.
All right. Do I see or know where Jordan is?
So you saw him move behind the corpse of this giant, and now he didn't come out. So he must be somewhere back there, but you're not exactly sure right now. He is effectively obstructed, but he didn't mechanically he didn't like choose the hide action or anything. So if you can get eyes on him, you can get eyes on him. But right now you have no idea where he is.
Okay. I am going to. Well, first I'm going to say hello to my new friends. And then I am going
Just
to.
give him those good scritches.
I am going to just. Do I want to do that?
Sure
Yeah,
you do.
I feel like that's within character. I just look and I'm like, I think that they're under that giant. So just in that general area, I a bunch of other little dragons pop out of a bunch of other little boxes
Oh my god.
and they all cast fireball together.
Fireball, great. I'm going to say that since fireball doesn't target a person but an area, that I'll be charitable. I think that armpit region, as so well pointed out in chat, means that you'll have a +2 to this dexterity saving throw since you have half cover and you are small and this is a giant. I think that sounds fair. So make that dex save,
Okay.
Jordan.
Do you have advantage on it because I
And I am going to be doing it at 4th level. I'm doing it at 4th level, by the way. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 22 on the first roll.
Oh yeah.
So I'm guessing that probably beats it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you need help rolling those mini D6s, or are you good?
I actually have 9 right here.
For just such an occasion.
This might be the end of it.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
These are low CRs, you guys. This is like CR 6.
6, 10, 15, 21 total. So since you succeeded, that's 10 fire damage.
10. Whew, that is better than I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
Ooh, does the
yeah,
giant
that's
on fire?
the giant corpse would also catch on fire, yes, but it's sporadic. There's still a lot of moisture in this corpse. Jordan, your turn, I think, unless you want to move anywhere, Super Mimic.
I can't use. I'm sorry. I will let Super Mimic make the rest of his turn.
No, I just give the bears pats on the backs and I stay there.
Give him those good scritches. All right, Jordan, what's up?
Yeah, I think that does take up your movement to do good scritches, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Takes up your movement action.
Well, if you want to do it right, yeah.
It's well, that's rules is written, right? And oh gosh, there would be some moisture in that corpse.
Okay, can we just call the chat that says Phonetic Dungeon Master? There's still a lot of moisture in that corpse. Not a sentence I wanted to hear. I'm sorry. Deal with it.
Can I use my legendary action to cast Moonbeam?
Yes, you may. Yes,
Okay.
you may.
I'm not counting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
All right.
I'm
So
gonna
that's what kind of con save is that? Is that con save?
It is a con save, but if they are a shape changer, it's made with disadvantage.
So yep, I'm disadvantaged. And you said con, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, Super Mimic, you could change one of your boons to get a luck point, which would basically negate that disadvantage.
That's true.
I could. These
I'm
moonbeams are
not
gonna.
advocating, just informing.
Okay. Does the moonbeam hit one of the bears, by the way, or both the bears?
It'll hit
I don't know.
both of the bears.
It would probably hit both the bears.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use the luck point. I'm going to take on the full blunt of this. 2.
So you fail. Cool. What's
Yeah.
the damage, Jordan?
So it's 2d10 radiant. So 12.
All right.
Right.
And I am going to roll for your bears, Jordan, because
Okay.
they're in that zone as
Yeah,
well.
I kind of assumed that they were going to die.
One got a dirty 20, one got a 8. So how much was the damage again? I'll choose the same damage.
It was 12.
12. Oh, they are both surprisingly alive, but they are not happy. And what's interesting is that there is not a if they take damage boilerplate text in this intoxicating charm ability. So they are still charmed by you, but somewhat singed. There's a definitely burnt. You know how bears smell when they get burnt? You know, everyone knows that smell.
Oh,
That's how they
yeah.
smell.
Yeah, that smell of burnt bear.
If anything, you could say that since they're both of our friends and Jordan just moonbeamed them, that they feel a little bit burned by him right now.
Oh, they absolutely feel burned by him. If I was giving advantage tonight, you'd have gotten it for that, sir. And Jordan, is that was the end of his turn, so you haven't had your turn yet, right?
Correct.
All right, let's do it.
Can
Their pain is unbearable.
Oh God, no. I'm gonna let the bears drop.
Concentration drops.
And
and we didn't have you roll concentration for the bears anyway during that fireball, so that tracks.
True. They just go away. I feel bad.
Yeah, you're allowed to feel bad as a free action.
Oh, good. Thank goodness. And I am just going to use my action to activate Moonbeam.
Oh, okay. So is that one of your little spells?
I mean, it's not one of my spells, but can I use if it's cast, can I use the action, or do I have to use that?
Oh, I see. No, I'm okay with that. Yeah, because the end of your turn is going to go away. So as your action, you can absolutely activate Moonbeam again. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I'll do that because it's a good.
All right. Con save at disadvantage unless you want to use a boon.
I don't want to use a boon. With Moonbeam, could I maybe use a reaction just to see if I can notice where Jordan's casting from and have a better idea of where they're at?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
All right. That's
And we'll count that as a, I think that's fine.
Well, with a perception of a 7, I would say I'm just looking up, missing the storm cloud that used to be there.
Yeah, it's like, so did the clouds turn into the moon, or were they always the moon? I don't know. Always been suspicious of the moon. You have no idea where he is. You suspect somewhere behind the giant corpse, but that's about it.
All right, sounds good. And that is a con at disadvantage. I'm doing great on these. That's going to be a 6.
And that's 11 damage.
Ooh.
11 moon damage. What kind of
Question.
damage is Moonbeam again?
It is radiant.
Radiant damage. Excellent.
Question for the
Okay.
GM.
Yes, sir.
How long does the elemental resistance last? Is it just one?
It lasts for 1d. I'll say it lasts for 1d4 rounds.
Okay. And can you use that as a reaction, or do you have to like declare that?
It is not something. It's not like Shield where you do it as a reaction. If you'd like to
Sure.
have it, say it. But if
Okay.
it's in response to an attack, not so much. It's
Okay.
meant to be like there and then
Okay.
affect you.
I'm gonna.
Do you want to? If you do the elemental resistance, do you have a way of just messaging Jason so that I wouldn't know? Because like I don't want to like.
Oh,
hear
sure.
that.
Yeah, I trust you to not meta game. And
Yeah.
also I have ways to hurt you. So I mean that's fine. Kidding.
Well, I'll message you on the Discord then, Jason.
Sure. Let's do it.
I'm gonna use.
Is that the end of your round, Jordan?
Yes, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna nuzzle up into that gross corpse.
Okay, so you nuzzle up into the already disgusting corpse, which in the armpit region was already gross in life and even worse in death. But then something unfortunate happens is you feel the inner arm in that armpit region of the giant corpse kind of push and flex, and then it stirs as
No.
we get a chance to activate the monster drop from the chat. And it comes to undead life and slowly stands up. And
This
now
is
my
so bad.
players can see the Ettin, the zombie Ettin stands in the middle of the arena and lets out a bellow. And the other head harmonizes with it. And he will take actions at the end of every round. But for now, he's just standing there. Super Mimic, it's your turn.
Okay.
Thank you,
With
chat,
them
for the
standing
monster drop.
Do I see the welcomer now? With the Etten up.
Oh yeah, you see between the legs, absolutely. In fact, I took off that dynamic layer for your sake on our Roll20. But yeah, between the legs, you can see a thoroughly freaked out welcomer looking up at this undead giant.
So I am going to, because I at all costs do not want to hit this Etten, I'm going to use magic missile again and put them all on the welcomer.
All right, roll it.
5, 4, 13 force.
13 force. Okay. All right, 13 force for you, welcomer. Anything else you want to do, Super Mimic?
I'm trying to see a few things. I am going to move away from them, and then as a bonus action, I'm gonna make sure that the welcomer are gonna see me. I'm gonna go bye, and I'm gonna Misty.
You're gonna Misty Step. Would you like to ping someplace on the map where you want to go? And again, we can just.
Oh, this is so bad for me.
Yeah. The undead Ettin got activated. You got hit by balls of force, and then your opponent decided to nope out. So good times. Good times all around. Yeah, I like that. All right, and he disappears from your sight somewhere on the map. I don't really think that you know where that is right now, but The good news is, Jordan, welcomer, it's your turn.
I'm going to
You also
use.
do your legendary action.
Yeah, I'm
if
going
you
to use
wanna
my
it.
legendary action to cast Moonbeam.
And where would you like to cast it?
Did I see? Can I make a perception check to see if I know?
You
vaguely where-
can. I know where he is, and he is partially obscured. So it's going to be a relatively high DC, but go ahead and make that check.
Okay.
And you still have one boon, I think. No, you
I-
used it for your elemental resistance, right?
Yeah. And it's not going to help because I'm very likely going to die very soon. I rolled a 17.
A 17. That was the number I was thinking of, actually. You can see just a little bit of a red cloak poking out from behind a rock northeast of you, not too far from the other medium-sized corpse that you can see kind of in a clearing in that section of this field.
Okay.
You're pretty sure that's where he is.
Well, baby, you know I've got a Moonbeam.
You do have a moonbeam.
I'm going to do it. Let's do it.
And remember, Jordan,
All
it
right.
is possible to win and also die.
Yeah. Yes. No, I'm very well aware that I'm very.
Yeah, you're like, I'm super okay with that. All right, reaction, legendary action. Let's make that con save, Super Mimic.
This one I will counterspell.
Okay.
Very
Interesting.
nice. So
What's the
no
range on
moonbeam.
Counterspell? Are you
Oh,
close enough?
that's a good point.
Well, that's good. I think I might not be able to. I think you're right. 60. I think I'm
And
further
you
than that.
are
I don't think I can.
way
Yeah.
further than 60. That's a good
Yeah.
call, Jordan. He is 85 feet away from you. You
Cool.
cannot counterspell because you're counterspelling the source, not the place it's dropped.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't want to be a jerk.
No,
No,
listen,
actually-
all's fair and raw and D&D.
I'm gonna say that all
13
the time.
plus 1.
Know that.
So 14 on the save.
Shoot.
DC 14.
Save is DC 14.
Yeah, so you barely missed it. So he's going to take full damage. What's that damage, Jordan?
14 damage.
Wait, don't I save?
Didn't you just roll a con save?
Yeah.
Oh, so
no, but
it's-
is it
Oh yes. You
me-
save. It's then half of that, so it's 7 total.
What did you roll, Super Mimic? I must have missed it.
14.
Oh,
Yeah,
I heard
and-
13. I apologize.
So it's half of that for 7. Gosh.
Okay.
All right, so
Um,
this is your turn now, Jordan. You've got this Etten like looking around just above you, waiting for its turn. You just dropped a spotlight of luminous radiance on the spot you think Super Mimic is, and what would you like to do?
Does this thing does the Etten see me, or am I like?
Hey, that's a great question. How about I roll with advantage since it's an Etten?
You were cuddle buddies.
It sniffs, it taps the other head, it sniffs too, and they both look down right at you.
So I wave for my free action, and I'm terrified for another free action.
Yes.
I'm gonna activate Moonbeam.
And hit Super Mimic again. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Love it. Let's make that con save.
14 plus 1, 15.
Yeah. So that's
Save.
So it's 12 halved to 6.
All right. Oh, I'm getting down there.
I am going to run 30 feet away.
Okay. Now you do know that could trigger an opportunity attack,
It's gonna
right?
attack me either way, right?
That's very true. So where do you want to go, Jordan? Are you just straight away at an angle? Where do you want to head?
I would like to run 30 feet towards you. Towards the referee. Oh, I can't hear you anymore.
You just went muted, Jason.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, you want to run 30 feet towards Chaos Librarian or towards Super Mimic?
Towards the Chaos Librarian.
Interesting. This is the first time someone has purposely gone closer to the Chaos Librarian. Oops.
I'm hoping that if I am close to you, the Etten will be like, oh, I don't want to mess with that guy. That's my hope. I don't know if that's going to mean anything.
I like it.
I love that logic. That's beautiful logic. Yeah. And it isn't.
You muted
That
again.
I think you
Yeah,
guys can
you
hear
are
me now.
Back.
Yes.
Okay, I'm getting a phone call and that shouldn't be happening. And sorry.
Oh.
Okay, so he's going to make a single attack at +7 to hit.
Oh, this could hit.
Does a 25 hit, asking for a friend?
Yes, absolutely.
There we go. Okay, kind of low damage on this one. It is going to be only 9 points of slashing damage.
I'm looking rough.
So would you say that you're bloodied? You're less than half your total hit points?
I'm way less than half my hit points.
Okay, Super Mimic, this is a great time to ask. Are you also lower than your...
Yes, definitely.
Okay, good to know. Anything else, Jordan, you want to do?
No,
Anything
that's
okay.
all I can.
Okay. So I'm going to roll a d4 just to see where this Etten's going to go. And while I'm doing that, evens are Mimic, odds are Jordan. If people want to donate to Jordan and give him some healing, you can do that. 200 gold in stock. Can you guys hear me?
You're back.
Okay, good. I got a 3. Who did I say was odds? Jordan?
Me, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. All right.
I
Let's see,
do
where is it?
want to, if this hits, I'm dead.
Oh, for sure. Okay. All right, I see what I need to do. Okay, I'm going to, yep. Now I want to check something really quick because you did say that you were doing this partially to be under the protection by proximity of the Chaos Librarian. So I'm going to look real quick. Okay. So what's going to happen is this, is the Etten is going to run up so where he's between you and the Chaos Librarian. With his first attack, he is going to hit the Chaos Librarian. With the second hit, he's going to go after GM Jordan, the Welcomer. And I just want to see what happens here because no one's interacted yet with Chaos Librarian, the arbiter of all of these proceedings. And that's going to hit. Okay. And now, so you see the Etten swing one of the big clubs he has that he retained in life and hits the Chaos Librarian, who barely moves, and then a field goes out from it and hits the Etten. And now he needs to make a roll on the wild magic table from the sorcerer, because chaos is in the name, and it does what it says in the.
So bizarre and wild. I love this.
Same.
And the wave hits the Etten, and it disappears to the astral plane, just as one of the other club is coming towards Jordan, and it goes right through you as it's turning ephemeral. And the Etten is gone for a while, apparently. So, yeah, so it's your turn, Super Mimic. And those were all honest rolls. I kind of can't believe that happened. How long does this last? Oh, awesome. Okay.
So I am going to, I think, just move a tiny bit, since I need to be able to move to see what's going on. So I just moved like 5 feet around the corner.
Is the moonbeam's not still up, because it only lasts like to the end of your turn, so you're good.
Yeah, that's kind of what we had decided, I think.
Right, yeah.
Okay. And then with that, I am going to one moment. I am going to cast. I feel like I have to do it. Centered on Jordan. I'm gonna do Fireball at 4th level again.
Go for it.
There's no way I survive this.
So that is a dex save.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, how many counterspells have you used?
I have used 2 counterspells because I couldn't use the 3rd one, and all my fireballs.
One fireball. You did a higher level, right?
Yeah.
Got it. So this is probably your last 3rd level spell, right?
No, this is at 4th level. This fireball is also at 4th level.
Nice. Of course it is. Go ahead. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Jordan.
Oh, they're both fails, baby. I rolled a natural 2 + 1. So this is where I just want you to know. Should I tell you what HP I'm at now, or should I tell you how negative? Let's roll.
Let him roll it. Let's see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you how negative my life is.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm just doing this at the end. Okay, so these 2 are 10. These 2 are 10.
Yeah.
That is 9, 29 plus 3, 32.
I'm at negative 27 health.
But Jordan, you have resistance to fire right now, don't you?
Oh, I do have resistance to fire.
Because you used your elemental resistance boon.
So I'm still at negative 10.
Still a little better. And with that, the fire from the sphere licks away at the air using all the oxygen in the immediate space, and you find your opponent laying on the ground, dead. And the Chaos Librarian says, "Very good. Your name shall go in the book. Congratulations. It is my time to go. You may find your own way out, but please be aware, the Etten will return soon." And the Chaos Librarian disappears, and the Etten reappears on the prime material plane, and that's where we're going to end our adventure.
Amazing. Well done.
Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. So it was a little bit shorter of a game. We had lower CRs, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. How'd you guys feel?
That was a blast. can I ask you how many HP? How much HP do you have left?
I am at 18.
Oof. So it still would have taken me a couple turns.
Yeah, or a really lucky moonbeam somehow.
Yeah. Man, well
Yeah,
done. That was so much fun.
That was
that
so much
was
fun.
really, really good. And chat, you guys were amazing. Thanks for the monster drop and all the
Yeah.
boons you gave the players. It's excellent. And
The
someone
monster drop was
asked,
hysterical. It was really, really fun.
it was fun. I always try to put like one weird thing on the map that lets the chat make it harder for you guys and just easier for you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Super Mimic, how's it feel to be the champion? You're Victor now.
It feels pretty good. The only thing that my character is sad about is what they wanted to do is use my 50% health and get the welcomer back up and us just attack the Etten together. That's what
Oh, that would have been so cool.
That would have been amazing. And I mean, technically you could have, I guess, because he's not dead dead. He's just doing death saves, I guess. But yeah, that's super cool. I like that a lot.
That was,
That's
thank you
amazing.
so much, Ethan.
That was so cool.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So hey guys, I want to let you guys know who the next matchup is going to be, chat. And so please don't miss that. But before I tell you who the next matchup is, and it's phenomenal, make sure that you're following both of these players. You can click on on their face, and then you'll see a little thing with the gifts, and right above it, there's a little icon for their name. And you can click that. It won't take you out of chat or anything, and you can follow them right there. And if you want to give any final good game gifts to them, please do so. It just goes a long way to making them feel loved and supported by the D&D community here on TikTok, in a place that sometimes is very, very chaotic. And you can give gifts to me as well. But the next matchup, which is going to be next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, is going to be Mr. Kurtwise and the Eldritch Author,
Ooh.
Huey himself. So it's going to be buck wild. Their CRs are both over 25. Both of their monsters, blame Papa Lycan, man, don't talk to me. Both of their CRs are in the top 4 of all the monsters he's ever made, and one of them is Big Dog. One of them is the biggest CR he's ever made. So I will put up that event for you people to RSVP pretty soon. Some people have also asked me to make these videos available, and actually I can. TikTok lets me download the recordings later, and so I'm working on still week 1 because it's long videos, but I will start putting them up on my YouTube channel as well. So there you go. If you want to also give consolations, congratulations, moonbeams to any of the players, you're welcome to join us in Discord. Link is in my bio. It's a good community over there. But any final thoughts, gentlemen, before we get off the stream here? And Andrew is saying, is this actually a D&D game live? Yes, it is, Andrew. And you know it's true because I said your name. But yeah, we're just doing monster PvP battles for D&D here live on TikTok because I don't think I've ever seen anyone do this before. So
absolutely
yeah.
something I would look into doing. This was a blast. I really enjoyed this.
This was a lot of fun, and I'm so glad to do this, and that Papa Lycan lets me do this, and so I'm very, very grateful. Any final thoughts, you gentlemen?
I just absolutely love this time. It was so fun. I have to say, one of my favorite things that I was able to do, and one of my favorite things that Jordan helped me do, was when we both befriended the bears together. I think that was my favorite one.
that was pretty lovely. It was like a nice little moment.
Yeah, it was a little oasis of calm in the sea of chaos.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, the bears just didn't choose a side. They didn't pick Rogue or Evangelord. They're just like, I just want to be here having fun, you know?
Exactly. I really think those bears could have helped me if they would have been able to.
They could have. Yeah, that charm ability, you found a use for it. That's great.
That was so funny.
More
this whole
competitors
game,
into the ring.
all my stuff is charms, and I'm like, well, this is it. And I'm like, they're friends.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
great.
and when you said like, well, are the Bears? I was like, oh yeah, it's it's Moonbeam. And I was like, well, no, he countered Moonbeam. What's he up to? Then I was like, oh, right, he's gonna charm the Bears. That's so good, so good. All right, cool.
Jason,
Well,
thank you
guys,
so much
thanks. Yeah,
for putting this
yeah,
on.
you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Jason, for this on.
Thank
And
you.
Jordan, it has
Together.
been a blast playing with you, my friend. I love this.
Delightful.
Right on. Well, guys, if you have to go, you can go. I'm gonna stick around and chat with the people on the chat for a little bit. And as the final thought, Bardic Geek says, moons can have moons, and they're called moons, which I think is appropriate since of all the moons we had today. I
Yeah.
remember that. I remember that Hank Green video. But yeah, hey, join us next week, 7 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday for Eldritch Author and Mr. Kurt Wise going toe to toe for their PvP monster one shot at extremely high level, extremely high CR. I don't even know what I'm going to do to contain that chaos. It will probably be a 3-hour stream, but we want to see you here. We're excited for it. Please follow these creators, give them last gifts. But gentlemen, if you have to go, go ahead, and I will just hang out for a few more minutes with the chat here and just do shenanigans.
Well, it was awesome to play. I will talk to y'all soon.
See ya. Bye.
Bye, everybody. This was an awesome time. Bye.
Bye. So if in here and talk about what they just saw, please do so. If you're allowed to do lives, jump on. Love to get some viewer reactions after all of this. This is a new thing for us, and I'm really, really excited to do it. So you can just send me a request if you can see it. I think TikTok won't let you go live or even join a live unless you have over 1,000 followers, unfortunately. So I'll keep an eye out for that. But I will see if I can't. And normally I would show you guys the map, but because I did this background thing, I can't really do that. But I thought this was important to help kind of support the creators that were going to be on the game today. If you do want to see the map we used, yeah, drive by, it's okay, man. If you do want to see the map, you always can go to the link in my bio and join my Discord. You agree to the rules, and we have a PvP channel, and you can see the maps and all that good stuff. It's there too. But I'll answer some questions, and if someone wants to send a request, you absolutely can do that. My monster will be built soon. Hoping to have a run of these for me. Cape Slayer RPG, awesome. Did you win the most recent thing? That's great. I'm gonna hit a follow for you. That's awesome. It was cool, buddy. I don't know 5e, but it was good. Pirate Tom, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad that this is accessible for someone who's not a D&D player or at least a 5e player. That speaks volumes, and I really appreciate that. That's awesome. How do you enter? So the only way to play one of these games right now, at least, is to win one of Papa Lycan at PAPALYCN. He does every 1,000 followers he gets, he does a monster giveaway where 3 to 5 people they can vote. People vote on who should win, and you can ask people to vote for you. And he'll look at your account, he'll look at your profile picture, the stuff that you post, and go, okay, I get a sense of who you are as a TikTok creator, and I'm going to make a monster stat block based on you. And then he gives it art, he stats it out with a big old block, which these guys were using, and he's been doing it for a while. I was looking at the spreadsheet earlier today, in fact, and I think there's something like 30 or more creators. Oh, just kidding. There's like 78 monsters he's made over the year or so, and so we decided to put them to some good use. And he approached me about doing this, and so we decided to do a battle live on TikTok. So you first of all you got to win a contest with Papa Lycan, so go follow him, and then we'll start matching people up with similar CRs, similar levels, and do that. So yeah, Drive by Cobalt, that's how you do it. Yeah, I was going to say it's close to 80. Pirate Tom, I'm 3.5 loyal. Not a problem. Not a problem. It's a great system. And a lot of people, the fact that people even, almost 20 years now later are still playing it speaks to the strength of that system. And it's a good thing. So, Bardic Geek says, correct. Cap was on one of the last batch. Cape was one of the 6 winners because Papa Lycan crossed to. Oh, okay, cool, right on. So Cape Slayer RPG, yeah, man. I just followed you back, so send me a message, and I'd love to talk with you and get you on here sometime. Bardic Geek, you're welcome. Glad you could be part of it. And yeah, yeah, I think 5e is a lot more accessible. I think that is the power of 5e is just the low bar of entry. The learning curve is very, very low compared to a lot of other systems. I played first edition, 2e, 4e, and 5e, and I've skirted around 3 and 3.5. But you're right, 5e is a lot more accessible, so that's really amazing. Purple Moss will be epic with my monster coming up too soon. Oh, Purple Moss, did you win one of Papa Lycan's monsters? That's awesome. Yeah, so he's continuing to make these monsters, and so yeah, and I think we had at one point decided, talked about at least, that we wanted to do like a bracket style system, and it's a little early days for all of that, but the first round was DM Jambi and Crafty Mirage, and Jambi won in an upset at the very end. And then today, of course, Super Mimic and GM Jordan. And then next week is going to be Eldritch Author and Mr. Kurtwise, who are both above CR 25, which is absolutely nuts. We did have a lot of reading in 3.5 to play it correctly for sure. Oh, absolutely. Bracket would require leveling up for something to work. Yeah, I was thinking more of something in the lines of different weights, like flyweight, lightweight, heavyweight kind of idea, but that would take a lot. And so I think what we might do is just kind of put it in tiers, like, tier 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then shrink it down, and then maybe have all of the winners from the lower tiers fight like the winners of the big tier. So like if like Mr. Kurtwise or Eldritch Author wins, they're there. Also, I'm already been talking to 2 more creators to do future PvP battles who also have monster stat blocks. And coming very soon is also going to be Arcane Anthems versus Brooklyn Tuesday. If you thought this was chaotic, you cannot wait for that. It's going to be bonkers. DM Jambi's in the chat. Our winner from the first round says, I can't wait to go again, honestly. Jambi, we will find a way to get you back in here. Maybe you're the reigning champion or the one to beat. You're the level boss for the lower TRCRs. And actually, for like level 9 or CR9 and below, there's actually quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's like 24 lower CRs. So that's really good. And then Jambi was level 14. So that's like right in the middle of the pack, actually. So yeah, we could have you back really easily, Jambi. So that'd be really good. I can dig it. Stay away from my monster, dude. Purple Moss. You can't help it. Sometimes you just gotta kill a monster. But yeah, so any other questions about the league or thoughts about tonight? I'm not going to belabor this any longer. We ended early because it's a lower CR, quicker battle, really great. But I don't want to keep you guys here for no reason. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited about how this is going. And just last call, if you aren't already following Super Mimic or GM Jordan, GM_Jordan, and Super_Mimic, please do. They're amazing players, and they make great content. And I would love to see more people being exposed to the things they make. And of course, if you want to talk about tonight's game or even see the map, please join me in Discord. The link is in my bio, of course. But yeah, Dryback Kobold, thanks so much for being here from the Discord. And Jambi says, I love the maps changing. Keep that up. Yep, I have a map ready to go for Eldritch Author and Mr. Kurtwise. That should be a lot of fun. I chose some very specific maps for specific matchups. Jordan's character tonight had a lot of druidy magic and need open access to the sky. So I chose this kind of open clearing. The next one is a bit more indoors, shall we say. So yeah. But yeah, all right. I'll see you guys later on. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Don't forget to love each other and all that good stuff. And may the dice be ever in your favor.